Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, from the title above, you guys know we are going to do a quick little review of my micro DJoy. So I actually did get this bag in June, but I didn't start using it until August because I did buy this for my birthday. So if you guys are interested to hear my thoughts, then just keep watching. As always, I'll have timestamps below, so if there's a certain section that you want to know about the bag and you don't want to like buzz through it, just check down there. So to start it off, we always do a general overview of the bag. So it's basically where I show you kind of a close-up of the bag, just for those of you that are unable to see the bag in store or in person. So here is my micro DJoy. I have it in the shade Cloud Blue. So what's really cool about this color just on its own is that in certain lightings it can actually look more gray, whereas right now I feel like it leans more blue, especially because of the shirt that I'm wearing. I feel like it leans more blue, so it really just depends. Since this is part of the DJoy line, it's basically an east-west bag, so the base of this is longer than the height of this. So the front just has the regular canage print, so it's not the macro canage, just regular canage. And this bag does come with champagne gold hardware. I actually believe all of the micro DJoys are all with champagne gold hardware. I don't even think they have like a monochromatic one, but of course it has these signature charms right here, and then the back always says Christian Dior like that. And then this is what the back of the bag looks like. There's no charms or anything like that, and this bag unfortunately does not have any feet. I wish they put at least just like tiny little feet. I feel like that would have been nice. So the opening of this bag is like a flap, but it's actually very easy to get in and out of. You would be surprised. And then this bag does come with two straps. So it comes with the chain strap, which in general, when I've seen people wear the micro DJoy, especially like out in the world, the most amount of times that I've seen the micro DJoy is always in some sort of boba place. I see most people using this short chain shoulder strap that you can wear like this, or you can take the shoulder strap off and just top handle it like this, or you can use the crossbody strap. I actually really like how they did the crossbody strap. The crossbody strap is actually completely leather, as opposed to their mini Lady Dior's. The crossbody strap is just like the leather shoulder padding, and then the rest of it is chain. So this is what it looks like with the leather strap. I actually really like the thinness and the narrowness of the leather strap. The leather strap does have 7 adjustable lengths, so if you are taller, shorter, longer torso, shorter torso, you are totally capable of doing that. And then of course I always show the details of the hook. This does say CD right over here. It's actually on both sides like this, just for a little extra detail. And then again, for people that are unable to see this bag in person, there is a little CD right over here. It's actually on both sides. But yeah, so that is the general overview of this bag. Okay, so we definitely have to talk about price. The micro originally was $3,100, which technically in the grand scheme of things I think is not that bad, considering the micro Lady Dior bag I think was $3,800 or $3,900 or $3,700, around there, and the micro Lady Dior can't fit anything, like not even a card holder, whereas this can actually fit a phone, which I will show later. But since then it's had one price increase, so now the current price of the micro DJoys are $3,400. And of course, if you live in California or LA, the tax alone on that will like tip it so close to being a $4,000 bag. Of course, you guys know that I've been wanting this bag for the longest time. I feel like there are so many videos where I talk about the micro DJoy. I have no joke tried it on before I actually got it, easily maybe like 5-6 times. Just every time I go into the Dior store, I'm like, oh my gosh, which one? But there was just something about the cloud blue color that I just loved so much, and I think especially because I don't have any denim bags in my collection, I feel like I wanted something to fit that kind of neutral blue category. My other choice on this would actually be if they had it in just like a really nice gray color as well. So this one, I think for permanent colors, they only have black, white, the cloud blue, and I believe the powder pink is a permanent color. They also had the micro DJoys available in their like Valentine's Day, like Lunar New Year collection, where instead of the regular canage print, it was a heart, so that was also really nice. And they do also have this available in patent in white and black, and then also this really nice raffia one. Don't get me wrong, I think $3,400 for a mini bag is really rough. Like, you can get a full-size loewe bag for the same price, but it's too cute. Ugh. So I'm gonna keep this part pretty brief, only because I do have a short that shows like what can fit in here, but this can basically fit your essentials. So recently I've actually been using my COS bag, so I just wanted to show you. I've been using my Chanel zippy card holder, and this is compact, but it actually is pretty thick. So when I am using my micro DJoy in general, I like to sub it out to create more space. So I really like to use my Louis Vuitton key clay, because then I can make it more compact, or my Dior flat card holder, or my Celine flat card card holder, basically anything that's on the thinner side to maximize space. But just for the sake of, if you guys have like a thick zippy card holder, it actually does fit in here. I mean, I feel like you probably would only be able to fit this, maybe like a key fob, and then maybe like 2 lippies after this, just for the sake of. So I have my keys, has pepper spray, and obviously a key fob. So if I take out my wallet, I actually can fit all of this as well. But this would be so pointless because it's like a bag holding my keys, you know. But just to show you some random other things, so this is empty. So I have a mirror, like a thin little mirror, nausea wristbands, of course, there, lip oil. Here's a little travel size lotion, some AirPods. So if you're one of those girlies that are like, I'm always holding my phone, so I put everything else, you can fit this. And if you want to maximize even more space, so you still actually have room in here, you could just take out some cash and maybe your ID and 2 credit cards and slip it in and not even have a card holder, and you could honestly fit a decent amount. It just really depends on if you want to take your cards out. That's the only other security issue. And then lastly, of course, I have to show you if the phone fits. So this is the iPhone 16 Pro, but it is the small size. And I actually got this new little phone charm, which is really cute. But anyways, this definitely does fit in here like this. And my case is actually not that slim. I mean, it's not like a Casetify case. I feel like if my case was any bigger, it wouldn't fit. If I did put my phone in here, I would definitely either just take my card and my credit card out, or my Louis Vuitton key clay for sure. But you can actually fit a decent amount. You can easily just close this and then like this. This is definitely one of those, you would think that this could only fit a phone, but it actually could fit, no joke, a phone, key fob, like if it's just a little key fob, like a super flat wallet. If I can fit at least 2 lippies and my nausea wristbands, like I feel like I'm good, I'm set. Okay, so because I didn't want to focus too much on the what fits, I thought I would just show you guys kind of like a visual size comparison. So this is obviously the Micro DJoy, and this is the Speedy Mini HL, or it's very similar to the new Nano Speedy that they sell at Louis Vuitton. So these bags are actually almost the same length, except I would actually say the Micro DJoy is like maybe a 1/4 or 1/3 of a centimeter longer, just like ever so slightly, but they're essentially very similar. I would also show you guys that this, I already have very small hands, but I feel like in general most people probably can't fit this into their wrist, whereas at least the Mini Speedy HL could at least go like this. I've actually seen multiple people wear it kind of in the crook of your arm, not really, it's like 30% there. I think it's because of the width of these straps are a lot more comfortable, whereas this one, like I highly doubt that even my best friend, and she has small hands too, but I don't even think my best friend could fit her hand in this, just for frame of reference. But you can see like the width difference. Obviously this one can hold way more. So if you have this one, do you need this? No, but if you're in like a mini bag girl era, maybe dabble. Another popular size comparison I would say would be between the PA and then the Micro, just because you can kind of see the difference. I feel like a lot of people have this bag, so you can see just like how much bigger or how much longer, so to speak, this is from the Micro DJoy. You get at least like what, 1.5 inches of difference, but then you can kind of see the width difference. This one looks wider, but I still think this can fit more purely because of the length. Like this has a lot more flexibility, whereas because the way that this bag is, it's a very structured, shapely bag. Like there's not a lot of wiggle room on this. And then the last comparison I wanted to show you is the mini puzzle, because I feel like so many people have been buying the mini puzzle, especially since they're slowly phasing out and just getting rid of their existing stock. But you can kind of see it like this, that the mini puzzle is ever so slightly bigger. Actually, in terms of length, they're very similar, actually extremely similar. This is how they look side by side, and then obviously the width difference. But in terms of like aesthetic, they're completely different bags. But it's just crazy that this is a micro bag and this is a mini bag, and yet this one is so expensive. And then just for the sake of, here is the mini quilted COS bag and this, so you can really just see how tiny this is. I remember when I first brought this home and I showed my mom this bag, she was like, what the heck, that's the smallest bag ever. It's just so insane. You can get a giant Louis Vuitton tote bag for less than $2,000, and yet this is $3,400. That's ridiculous. It's so tiny that it makes this bag look bigger, which is pretty hilarious. Alrighty, so just really quickly, some pros and cons about this bag. I feel like pros and cons are very subjective to why you're buying this bag and what is it for. Pro is that this can fit way more than you would think, because when you immediately think of a micro bag, you wouldn't assume that you can fit a phone, a card holder, lippy key fob. I'm not saying obviously this is like a Mary Poppins bag, absolutely not. It's just considering this is a micro bag and it could actually fit way more than you think is what I really like about it. Another pro for me is that it does come with 2 different straps. I love that they give you a crossbody strap that's all leather, and they give you a chain strap that's just for their shoulder. So I like that they gave you 2 different types of metals, if that makes sense. So even if they did it reverse, if the shoulder strap was just leather and then the crossbody strap was chain with leather, I just really like that they gave you those 2 different options, which is really nice. Another pro for me about the micro D-joy in particular is because even though it's giving like princessy vibes, I feel like because of the size of this bag, it actually can be dressed up or it could be dressed down. Like I feel like my mini Lady Dior is a very dressy, like romantic kind of princessy bag, whereas this and the original D-joy is a very casual bag. I feel like that's why so many people like the medium size or the small size, is because you can wear that basically everywhere, whereas the ABC Lady Dior or the medium Lady Dior, they're very just like Princess Diana Lady Dior bags, if that makes sense. It's small enough that you can make this into like a wedding day bag or a date night bag, but it's also just the overall aesthetics of this bag. No matter how you wear it, you could also just go get boba or even go to the market, to be honest. Like nobody would be like, oh my gosh, that's like really flashy or anything like that. Con would definitely be the price point, but again, price point could be really subjective because a Chanel like little AirPod case holder could be like $2,000. Considering $3,100/$3,400, it is expensive. The fact that it can fit a phone, if you obviously have like an iPhone Max or something like that, then you won't benefit from that. For me, if you're considered a micro bag and you can fit a phone, I just obviously think that's such a plus. It is expensive at the end of the day. Like how is it that a micro bag is in the $3,400? So that I kind of understand, because you think to yourself, like for $4,000 I could just spend maybe like $200 to $300 more and I could get like a giant maxi bag from Saint Laurent. So it really is just depending on how much you're willing to spend, what you're buying it for, and all that jazz. I really do wish this did have feet. I mean, this is a Lady Dior bag at the end of the day, so it's really, really nice. It's really, really pretty. And the fact that like I would have to put this on somewhere, I mean, it's small enough that you could be that person that just keeps their bag on them like while they're eating, so it's not that big of a deal. But it would be nice if this did have feet. I've seen some people say that their micro D-joys don't stand up, like it tips over. Mine doesn't tip over. Like if I just put it down somewhere, it could stay standing. This is not a good example, but yeah. And then the last and final question that I would have to answer is this bag worth it? So this is the thing. When this was $3,100, easily I would have been like, yes, hard yes, I think this is worth it, because it's giving you that taste of a mini Lady Dior bag if you are a Canon Dior fanatic, but it's not as expensive as a mini Lady Dior, because a mini Lady Dior is $5,300 and this one is $3,400. Back then it was $3,100. However, I will say that if this had another price increase, or when this gets another price increase, if this hits $4,000, for me that would have been my cap. Like I couldn't justify this hitting $4,000 just because you have to take into account tax, and it's just for $4,000 I feel like I could get something more substantial. I don't know why. I think it's just because I love this bag so much and I've tried it on so many times that for me the $3,400 was truly my cap. That's why I was constantly afraid, like, is there going to be another price increase? For me, this is worth it at the current price point, but I think if this hits $4,000, I would rather you take that $4,000 and buy something else, or just wait until you go to Paris and get like a mini Lady Dior. So it really, really just depends. Alrighty guys, so we've come to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I tried to make this like a quick review just to give you guys, if you are unable to go to a Dior boutique, because there's a lot of you guys that actually order from Dior online without actually being able to like see close-ups or things in person. Let me know if you guys have any additional questions about this bag. Again, I've actually only been using this bag for about like 3 months now, so in terms of like wear and tear, for me personally, I have absolutely no wear and tear. It's no joke, as if I just got it. Even my handle bits, I actually top handle this quite a bit, because even when I use my chain shoulder strap, I'm just always grabbing it like this. Normally, you guys know that I do have my little M Mitza scarf on it, but I just took it off for the sake of this video, just to fully showcase the entire beauty of this bag. As always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps support my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.